Hi, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing all right. I'm here to tell stories about being an HLHS mom, and today my story that I want to tell is the story about the man with the umbrella. So, for people who are born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, they have to have a series of 3 open heart surgeries in order to, as the doctors put it, rewire their plumbing so that their heart can pump blood like it needs to. So I was working at the time, I was working full time during the time that my son had his second and third open heart surgeries. And I remember there was this man the day before we had to go to the hospital. There was this man who went out of his way to share his umbrella with me, and I will forever remember him as the man with the umbrella. So this is the story of the man with the umbrella. So I had to teach 2 classes the morning before we went up to the hospital. And when you have surgery, you have to, or when my son had his surgeries, I'll say it that way. When my son had his open heart surgeries, we had to spend the night in the hospital the night before the surgery so that they could run some tests on him, do x-rays, blood work, things like that to prep for the surgery. So we were about to do that the next day. So it was 2 days before the surgery, 1 day before the hospital stay. So I was walking from one building to the other, and it was raining just a little bit. I was so just preoccupied with what I was about to have to do that I didn't even bring my bag. I just had my books like in a stack in front of me. So it's like raining down on my head and my books. And out of the corner of my eye, I see this man, and he is just jogging towards me. And I'm just like, and he stopped me, and he said, "Hey, you can't walk around in the rain like this. Would you like to share my umbrella? I'm sure that it could cover both of us. I can take you wherever you're going." And I said, thanks, but aren't you headed somewhere too? Like, we were both headed to teach a class. And he said, "It's all right. I'll get there when I get there. Let's just get you to where you're going, because you clearly are getting wet in this rain." And I was like, "Okay." Well, thank you. Like, he wasn't taking no for an answer. So, I tried to, insist that he was going to be late for his class, and he's like, "It's fine. It'll be fine." So, he walked me to my building, and he was, he said, I could kind of tell by just listening to him talk, but he said that he was from England, and he, within that 5 minutes, we talked about so many things. We talked about, what else did we talk about? I know that we talked about, like, how I've always wanted to go visit England and go see Big Ben. I've always wanted to see Big Ben. And he said that he made me promise, actually, that one day I will go to England and I will go look at Big Ben from the Thames. He said that was the most beautiful view. That's what he said. So one day I guess I'll have to do that. But he was just extremely friendly and just kind, and just the fact that he noticed me not carrying an umbrella in the rain with all those people around. Just like, that's something that just I'll never forget. And he had no idea what I was about to have to go through. He just saw someone who was getting rained on. And he had no idea, like, how much I needed someone to be a friend to me that day. Like, nobody around me, like, my students knew, but no, there were, like, all the other strangers that I saw that day, they didn't know that I was, like, mentally preparing to send my son off to get his 3rd open heart surgery. And this guy just noticed me in the rain with no bag and no umbrella and shared his umbrella. And that is My story of the man with the umbrella, honestly, it felt like an angel had just dropped down into the middle of my day. So this person quickly became someone that I'll never forget. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for listening to all of my stories that you listen to. It helps me to tell these stories, going through being a heart parent and having a child with a lifelong illness, having a child with a severe and complex congenital heart disease like hypoplastic left heart syndrome is definitely not easy. And I hope that in remembering these people and telling my stories about these people that I've encountered, that I've met, and that I've had encounters with, that it will help some other heart parents who are struggling with the difficult things that they've had to watch their children go through. And I want to help other heart parents and people who know and love someone with a congenital heart disease to feel, I guess, like they're not alone. Like, I don't want anybody to have to feel, nobody wants to feel like they're going through something on their own, or that no one understands what they're going through. And I hope that in talking about being an HLHS parent and some of the positive experiences, I talk about some of the negative experiences as well, but I hope that just talking about it helps someone. And I really appreciate the people who are watching and listening, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.